Okay guys, as promised, I told you I would give you an update on the pond. I am videoing from the driveway, and these are all the plants that are top of the driveway going down to the pond, which is down there. You can see the waterfall on the right side. Take a look. It's right behind this tree here with bush, and there's two plants I planted down there, both doing very well in the waterfall, which I wanted to test out. As you can see, they're doing pretty good. So this is the right side if you're looking down at the pond, and I call this my backyard oasis because I love it. As you can see, the tiger lilies back there, I'm not sure what that is called. I looked it up the other day, but I forgot what it was. But you can see that they're purple flowers and some flowering to the left. Some of these plants have gotten way too much heat, so I don't have any flowers on them. But you can see to the right there, we also have some lilies in the same plants as they are over there. They get really tall. We like that for the privacy. And when I get down closer, I'll show you more of the plants inside the pond. For me to know all the plants, I don't know all the plants. I just started doing ponds this year, so I have to get you. I have to get updated, and I'll let you know what these plants are. I probably won't even do that, but anyway, I know the lilies. I know some plants, but yeah, we have a couple of different lilies down here, and this is the left side of the waterfall. Now, people keep telling me that this side is slower, but the problem with this side is we don't have enough. The rock formation is not in tune with the flow of the water, if you know what I mean. So it's not directly going straight down. If you look straight down, you can see the way the rocks are formed in the beginning here. It doesn't allow for the water to come down. Now this pump is going really fast, but as you can see, it's flowing really good. The problem is that all these rocks are kind of limiting the water flow. The water flow should be going all the way to the right. If you look at that one plant there in the middle, the waterfall is only going to the left, so it's not, all those rocks to the right there are taking up the waterfall thing. So, as I always said, and I've stated that I will be doing a update. I'm sorry, not update. After the season's over, I will be redoing this whole pond. Hopefully we can fix that problem. But you can see all the tiger lilies going back there, and like I said, this is something we just started doing this year. So we're trying to get these sedum to grow up. We just planted these plants. Like I said, we got a lot of heat on this hill, so we're going to try to keep watering this every day and try to get these guys to grow. But you know, it takes time. We got two different types of sedums. Hopefully they'll grow. We got some ground cover, and we're hoping to get this a little bit higher. We did do some landscaping on here, and we got rid of some of these plants. But we wanted to get this hill back to where it was, and we will. We got some plants that will grow back next year, which I believe they're called perennials that grow back every year. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. And there's perennials and annuals, so we try to get as many plants that are going to grow back. Okay, but yeah, this is the hill, and the waterfall. Like I said, we'll be working on this over time. I will get to the pond in 1 second. Let's show you what the plan is for that. People keep telling me that the water's dark. Yes, I know that. The reason why the water's dark is because there's a lot of tannins, but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this is the top. I got some privacy with the pines and I can't think of the name of the stuff. Like I said, I'm not great with plant names, but arborvitaes, that's it. It's real popular here in Pennsylvania. She had these planted for privacy. I'm not crazy about them, but hey, whatever works. But like I said, this is like my backyard oasis. Got a lot of privacy. We're getting ready for 4th of July. So let me get back up the stairs, or down the stairs, and show you the rest of the pond. So like I said, just take a look at the hill again. Got some shrubbery that we planted, some other plants to the left. There's a fern there. There's some other plants in there. The sedum is where I'm really worried. I want that to grow a lot so we can get a lot of ground cover up here. But that's what the plants I planted the other day. And of course we got this side, which is down the stairs. I got a new hose. I'm getting rid of the big black one. But this is some ground cover, some shrubbery. So yes, going good. So the plant right there in the middle I'm pointing at is a hostas. The hostas is a baby, and I don't know if it's going to grow that great. You can see the flowers here aren't doing that great. So a lot of times people plant early. I believe in probably not September. I mean April. We were late, so we didn't do it till June. So stuff might take a little while to grow. As you can see, some daisies down here, some lilies, the hostas down there, another fern. These, I can't think of the name of the plant, but it's a purple flower. They'll get flowers eventually. But we're gonna hope that's a nice purple flower too that she got. All this new mulch, we kind of had the guy pull the weeds, but didn't do a great job. We still got weeds in there, but hey, it is what it is. But anyway, coming down here, if you look on that side, I didn't point this out, to the left, there's a couple of flowers in that waterfall. I keep that in there because it tells you to keep it in low water. So I think that's good for that, and it's growing pretty good. I just planted that flower. It's a purple flower. There's a lily on that side, which I haven't done yet. I'm not sure what the name of the plant is that we have in front of the lilies, but it's growing like crazy. And of course, we got a couple of ground cover in the front of the pond. I'll come down here and show you quick. A lot of this, some of the weeds are coming up. I just, at this particular point, I'm not going to go crazy with the weeds. We're late in the season. It's in July already. This is where I do all my work. This is a filter, and this is an old waterfall pump filter. Actually, there's a frog in there probably, but actually I think I do see a frog right there. Anyway, a lot of times the frogs go in here and they get crazy, but I go in there and I change. You can see we have the what do you call it? We use there's something called filter media that we use, which I have to change today. But you can see the water is clear. You can see to the bottom. Now the fish during the day, they usually hang out underneath the water hyacinths, which are getting huge. I made the floating device with, I did it with 2 hula hoops. As you can see, we bought those on Amazon. As you can see, that they're growing so tall, they're kind of, I need to get them a little bit wider. Now I got that one floating thing for the lily there, which is not doing great. So I'm gonna replant that lily. I got a pot coming, but it's gonna take a little bit for me to get that lily replanted. But I got some fertilizer for them, some better clay. I'm going to replant that, and I'm going to use that for the rest of the water hyacinths. They grow like crazy, these water hyacinths, as you can tell. Arrow plant, this is a plant I got late in the season. It's half off. I got it. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's growing great. As you can see, guys, when I do the plants, I plant them in a big planter, and then I and then I leave it in there. I leave the roots in there with some lava rock. All my plants have lava rock. It just helps create bacteria for the fish and for the plants. And like I said, with the tannins, the only way to fix it is if I go in there with a vacuum, which I'm actually in the process of buying, and I will vacuum this as I go. It's like a portable vacuum that I'll be able to get all the dirt and stuff off the rocks. I planted these flowers underneath and close to the waterfall. I lost some flowers. I think they're doing okay. On the other side too. I've had that ground cover for a while. It's doing great. Overflowing. I moved that plant over here because it was getting kind of tangled up. And that's the arrow plant, of course. And of course, like I said, I will be, once the season's over, I will be doing some stuff around the pond, and we'll build the rock wall back up. A lot of those rocks down there should be up here. Now, the rocks are good for the fish, don't get me wrong, because they can hide, especially when it's hot out. I feel the water temperature. It's pretty good because I fill it up with cold water every night before I go to bed. And that just helps with everything. Now this arrow plant, I may have to replant it because you see it's growing out. So I may have to take it out of that and plant it inside the pond, which I may do. Which I can do. I'll probably, look at that, I'll get a bigger big container to put it in. But we'll see. That eventually happens. So let me go to the other side and show you guys a little bit. Now, this is my backyard here. I usually climb up to the rocks, and you can see on this side the pond. You can see the roots in those water hyacinths. But that's the plant I'm talking about, how big it got. And of course all these lilies and these plants back here. The flowers are going like crazy. The only thing I've had a problem with is that lily. And I had it planted, I took it out of planted. I'm gonna put it back in the planted to see if I can get it to do a little better. And like I said, the arrow plant, looks like the root is coming out. We want to make it where you can see the roots underneath there too. I'm probably gonna build something here and plant it around with the lava rock and plant it inside the pond. If you look at the liner, you can see all the dirt that comes up. That I need to get gravel back. And like I said, at the end of the season, I will be taking these. I'll be taking all these stuff out of the pond and redoing it. So let's go to the other side and show you the lily, which is not doing great, but I'm gonna eventually put like a rock thing over here, some slate. You see the lily is not doing so great. Some of the flowers aren't great, so I'm gonna replant that. We're gonna move this to the water hyacinths that I'm gonna move. But yeah, you can see, if you look closer, you can see the goldfish down there. You can see the rocks. Like I said, the water, they've got a lot of tannins in it. We gotta get a lot of this dirt up, which we will do eventually. You can see right there the goldfish. If you look close enough, there's some of them. And I only see like 2 or 3, but they're in there. Usually you'll see them at night a little better. But like I said, this here, it's like there's more seeding back here. This over here is kind of all together. We need to get this a little straightened out, but we will. It's like a jungle back here. Like I said, I call this my backyard oasis. So that's it, guys. That's the front, and that's the back of the pond. As you can see, we got a lot of growth back here. We're trying to get some growth up there on that. Obviously, we'll have to do something with this water. Like I said, I'm in the process of getting a vacuum. I will vacuum this up. Even better, at the end of the season, this will be all drained out, and I'll be able to clean all those rocks out and move the rocks around. So, I told you I wanted to give you an update. We got it planted. The water is, like I said, it's clear, but you can see where the tannins are. I have to take that those pads out to clean them again. But there's no algae in the water. Like I said, the only thing that we knew that we had a problem with is coming into the season was there's a lot of stuff on the ground that I didn't clean, and that's what's coming up now. When it gets hot out, the water flow and movement is kicking all that stuff up, and possibly the fish too. There's 10 goldfish in here, and we're going to be adding 2 more. I'll show you those in a second. But like I said, during the summertime, when it's hot out, these fish, you don't usually see them. They might be hanging out in the rocks or whatever. So, anyway, let me go show you the 2 fish we got for the pond. Like I said, this is the rest of my oasis. We have people coming over this weekend. My wife likes to grow tomatoes, as you can see. We got a bunch of barbecue ready. Big hydrangeas over here. We love this section. Hydrangeas, and of course the hostas on the side there. My wife got some hanging plants, which is going like crazy. And these are new. We redid this too. These are new plants. That's a new rose. She got 2 roses and some stuff over here. She got some lavender here. I'm not sure what the name of this plant is, but it's a vining plant. So it'll look nice. Now this is, I want to show you this. This is my pond that's in the catio. As you can see, that's my cat's little house. This is his oasis. You can see the white cloud minnows in there, or the gold white cloud minnows. They're doing great in here. As you can see, I've actually turned this into a bog. You guys know I like bogs, but the bog won't work in that pond unless I move out that filter that's already there, that's already installed. Let's try and fix this stuff, guys. My wife likes to put this stuff in here. So we didn't use a bog filter for out there. But like I said, that pond, we knew we were gonna have an issue with the water. It's crystal clear, but the problem is that there's a lot of tannins and dirt in there. But I'm gonna go out there actually after this video. I'm probably gonna take those pads out, and I saw a vacuum in one of the malls, I think Walmart, that I'm going to probably gonna pick up. It's like 30 bucks. So that'll come once I get money. But you can see the bog is doing great. This is, we actually put lava rock in there. We bought this on Amazon as a regular filter. Not even, the light goes on too, but this not even, it was for a decorative thing. It wasn't for main for fish. But we put fish in there. They're doing great. They're thriving. I think they actually bred. We had more babies in there. I think there was 5 or 6 in there, and now there's about 10, and a lot of them are smaller. So yeah, we had some babies, and they may be breeding again, hopefully. Anyway, that's the pond, and I'll screen the porch, and I want to show you guys the goldfish that we raised at the carnival. Of course, this is my basement. I got some stuff that I got to put away. I added a dehumidifier in here. Actually, that's the old one. There's a new one there. I put a bigger one here. I want to keep this at about 40%, maybe 45%, which is good for down here. Only because we have a problem with one of the pipes leaking, air conditioning. So anyway, going to these tanks, I just want to show you guys. These are the goldfish we're putting in the pond eventually. I'm not sure. It looks like they're comet with long fins, but they're beautiful. One's white. I like to see white in there too. Look, one's white and gold and one's white and red. So they'll be going in once they're done quarantining. This is my quarantine tank. Give it about another, I would say another week, and we'll put them out there in the pond. So I made a deal with one of the fish stores. I'm going to get rid of some of these troglodytes. So hopefully we'll get somebody to do that. Anyway, that's the update of the pond, the update of what's going on with the ponds. And obviously, you know, you can see the fish room. I'm not doing it in the fish room today. We'll do a video coming up. Once I go to the fish store tomorrow, I'll let you guys know what I got. and hopefully they're good fish. And I'm looking to get some angelfish, maybe some mollies. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, until next time, remember, if you can't own them, rehome them. And I will see you next time, guys. Have a great day.